Now, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has given the Minister of the Niger Delta Affairs, Akpabio, 48 hours to publish the full details of lawmakers in the 9th Assembly who got contracts from the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. The Speaker made the call while reacting to a point of order brought under matters of breach of his privileges by the minority leader, Ndudi Lumelu, of PDP Delta State. Akpabio had on Monday, during the continuation of the investigative hearing held to probe the allegations of corruption in the NDDC, alleged that contracts of the NDDC are given out to members of the National Assembly. Reacting to Lumelu's point of order, the Speaker, Gbajabiamila, said he never for once collected the contracts from the NDDC and was sure that no member also collected. He, however, called on the minister to, within 24 to 48 hours, publish the names, contracts, dates, and unveil the companies of the 60% projects that were given to the National Assembly. He said failure to do so would leave the House with no other option than to bring the full wrath of the law. In the same vein now, Nigerians have called on the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Akpabio, to match words with action by naming so-called lawmakers who he said on Monday were awarded about 60% of contracts by the Niger Delta Development Commission. Speaking in Lagos, some legal practitioners who described the allegations as weighty said it has become imperative for names to be dropped for a holistic probe of the NDDC to be achieved. Judith Iranua has more in this report.
At the resumed hearing of the House of Representatives Committee probing alleged malfeasance in the NDDC, Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Akpabio, while answering a series of questions on Monday, indicted members of the National Assembly. He said about 60% of contracts by the NDDC was awarded to lawmakers. Some legal practitioners said, though the character of Akpabio may be questionable, National Assembly members have also not lived above board, as several damning allegations bordering on corruption has been leveled against them at one point or the other. Naming these lawmakers, they noted, will further show Nigerians the true characters of the representatives in the National Assembly.
He was not speculating, he was making an assertion. And having looked at the document and who the contract were awarded to, he was emphatic about the percentage that has gone to legislature. Documents have been tendered, shown, and all that before the House. So the House can, on their own, even fish out those names without the minister publishing it. But however, having said that, I would advise Akpabio to go ahead to publish. Having made that assertion, you should be able to prove that yes, what I was saying is the correct position.
It may not be far from the truth, but we must be wary of the kind of person we are dealing with, in the sense that even Mr. Akpabio too is not a man you could be said who could be found or who you could vouch that he will always speak with integrity and honesty. It could also be that he wanted to use that opportunity to blackmail the people in the House of Representatives or in that committee or in the National Assembly generally from further probing into the affairs of the NDDC. But be that as it may, you must also know that we also know the antecedent of the people in the National Assembly and the respective state houses of assembly.
They, however, frowned at the decision of the House of Representatives Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, who stated that acting MD of the NDDC, Ponde, who slumped while being grilled, will not appear before the committee. They expressed doubt that the probe will yield the desired change.
We have people in the helm of leadership of this country who are very, very unserious, who are very, very callous, and who are thriving. You see, they kind of thriving, engaging in theatrics when the house is burning. And we say that when you have the kind of challenges that we do have as a nation, this is not the time for people in very strategic position of this nature to begin to act out dramas that has far-reaching implications on the welfare of the entire Nigeria, especially the long-suffering people of the Niger Delta, for whom the NDDC has been set up to alleviate whatever problem, whatever challenges, and then whatever poverty that has ravaged them over the years.
20 years after the creation of the NDDC and trillions down the drain, the development of the area is a far cry from the money so far spent in the region. What then is the way forward?
Few of the elite are taking advantage of the commission and enriching themselves. I will not support abolition or total scrap of the commission, but I will urge the government should be more transparent, even in the appointment and in execution of contract and every other thing that is going to happen with the commission. Whether we like it or not, they play a very significant role in the economy of this country, and they should be taken care of.
Judith Erenua for Galaxy News, Lagos.
Similarly, the